Hello Capricorn, this is your Oracle card reading for the month of September 2018. I've already shuffled the cards, I have the spread out in front of me, I'm going to be referring to it as I do the video. So the first thing I'm seeing for you is you are starting September with a transformational personal change. This is you getting back in touch with your own personal power, and it's almost like you're just jumping into the ocean and then like emerging as this new being with all of that old gunk just washed away and just washed off of you. And that's a beautiful way to start this month and start the rest of the year as we go into autumn and winter. So this is a big change for you. You're just like ready to take your life by the horns. I don't even know what the saying is, but you're just ready to go forward and get rid of the gunk. You're like purging and starting new, and you have like a new outlook on life that's different. It's almost as if you have this insight now that you didn't have before, and it's enabling you to go forward. And as you go forward, I'm seeing you being like fiercely independent. For some of you, this is because you are advancing in your career. You could be becoming your own boss. You might be launching your own business now. And there's also a possibility here that you're going to be having a more independent feeling towards love and relationships, because we have the Boar card right next to the Rose card, which is love. So for some of you, this might be that you're just loving being independent and you're loving your independence now, which is great. And for others, it's almost as if this is part of your transformation and you're going forward with this new attitude of like, I can do anything. Like you're just barreling forward now with all this energy and power. And it's almost as if you're giving up a romantic idea. Like you might have had a fantasy idea about love, and you're it's kind of like you're just throwing it away. You're not throwing away love, but you're throwing away or seeing past an illusion that you had about relationships. And you might even be planting the seeds now for a new relationship later. As we go forward, there's an interesting dynamic here where I see you and two men, and I also see you deciding to be alone. So this could be related to this newfound sense of independence, where maybe you're just no longer dealing with the bullshit, and you're like, I'm going to be single for a while. That's very strong here. And it could also just be that you're sick and tired of dealing with illusions, and so you just don't want to hear it if someone's not being realistic with you. And you're craving some stability here. And so there's a possibility that if there were like these men around you who were more like playing games or engaging in fantasy, you're kind of putting your foot down and you're like, no, enough is enough. I don't need this. I'll even go on my own if I have to. Now, the interesting thing here is that in the very next row of cards, I am seeing you committing to somebody. So maybe you just needed to put your foot down and say no so that you could move forward in your relationship successfully. It's almost as if time-wise that these events are back-to-back. Like you're coming in feeling good, feeling powerful, feeling independent. You're putting your foot down. Enough is enough. These are my needs. If they're not met, I'm going to go my own way. And then you go your own way. And then shortly after, either these men come back and they're like, I've changed. I want to make this work. Or you're having your pick out of new guys. Altogether, I'm seeing 4 men here. And this could be 2 men who then change and present themselves in a new way after you give them this ultimatum. Or it could be that you just meet new men and you get to choose which one you want to be with. And I am seeing you becoming more stable and committed in your relationship, but that's going to take some time. It's almost as if like after this happens and then you decide who you want to be with, getting back to that stable point is going to happen, but it's going to happen slowly over time. You're going to have to let that unfold, and don't expect it to happen right away, because since you have this new side of you, you have to let this person come to you and meet this new side of yourself. And if you try to rush it or force it, it's not going to work. You're going to have to get reacquainted with this person and let them get to know the new you. Towards the end of the month, last row of the spread, I'm seeing you in a very lucky situation with 3 women. These are probably women you work with. These could just be really good friends too. And you're just having a new experience with them. Maybe you are relating to them in a new way, or they're giving you a lucky opportunity. But there's a very lucky card here, and there's a very charged new creative opportunity here next to these 3 women. But overall, this month seems like it's kind of about relationships for you, where you're coming into your own power and owning your own power and your own independence, and then everything else changes as a result of that. So you're in a really powerful position here, and you're really done with the illusions, I feel like. And you're getting more stable, and you're being more attracted to stability, both in your partners and in yourself. It's almost as if you're cutting out all the bad, which is great. And towards the end of the month, you're having a really beautiful good luck opportunity coming in through the women in your life. So thank you for watching. I hope that this reading was helpful for you. If you would like me to take a personal look at your cards with a private reading, you can send me an email. It's in the description below the video. I'm wishing you lots of luck, and I will see you in October.